I'd say definitely find some partners like Aaron and Lottie. That's been the key thing for us. Absolutely, people who really know the area. They're so important because you just can't learn the things that they learn by internet research or just having a walk around. That's great, but like so on one visit Lottie walked us through the whole Chapeltown Road and around Chapeltown and said this happens in here, and on that walk we saw like 1,000,001 people that she knows and she was introducing us to. She works at Thingy, and you can go and visit her community group, and that was just great because previously it's quite interesting to contrast, like the week before me and Jess went on our own walk around Chapeltown, and to compare that to the one with Lottie, with the amount that we missed and got wrong, if you will. So the partners, I'd say definitely find one person who will help you and help you get to know and introduce you to people.
Just you're not asking them a favour. It's really hard to remember that sometimes. Remember that you're not asking them a favour, you're just telling them that it's there. Like talking, you don't want to make it sound desperate, and that's quite hard sometimes because you are desperate to get people involved just because it's great, and it's hard to tell people it's great. So just, be careful not to be too desperate about talking to people. Which I got in the end, and it was really easy after a while, but yeah.
Don't disregard the local businesses and the local cafes and things like that, because I think, but that's probably our way of thinking and how we tiered it at the bottom in terms of the time that we had, just because there's so many. I think we didn't think of it as that important. We sort of thought of it as the flyer run, if you will, but we're going to try and speak to them while we're there because that's the time that we had. But actually going on that run was like so much more valuable than we thought, so I would give definitely more time for that, only because like we dedicated a day, say, for Chapeltown Road, and we could have been there for a week. Like you'd go into a barber's and say, this is happening, I just wanted to let you know about it, thinking that they're going to be like, we're really busy, just drop them off and leave. And that's not the response we got at all. Like they wanted to chat and they wanted to tell us what they know, and had some, they were our most interesting conversations actually, like especially on Chapeltown Road, and we could have stayed there, like we could have kept coming back. Could have took us a week more to flyer just Chapeltown Road with the conversations that we didn't want to leave, but we had to, So that would be it. Don't disregard the small connections.
What's very time consuming is very time consuming. It was the main thing that I was doing as a producer. I don't have no marketing's not really my thing, but it's fine. It was really enjoyable because it was a very different sort of marketing than I'm used to. But yeah, it's very because you invest in it so much, because of the sort of research that you have to do is very visceral. Like you have to go to places and do things and talk to people, as opposed to like looking at stuff on the internet, which you do a bit of that obviously to sort of start it. But like actually in communities where the sort of communities where Between Us is going, because of the strategic touring, there isn't information about things like that on the internet because they don't have the resources to do that. So you need to go into the community and find out what it is. So if you don't live there, tapping into a sense of that community is actually quite hard. And I think that's half the battle. And give as much time to it as you can because it's worth it, I think, in the end.